Hello everybody, this is the Amigo 2 automated CD writer and label printer. It produces the classic photo finish. At the moment it's got a CD writer in. It's fairly slow is this one, but I mean you can leave them running all night, but it would be easy enough to just whip this out and update it for a DVD. These are the carousels that hold the CDs and hold the finished product. It's run by a Dell PowerEdge 700. So in fact you'll get the whole kit. So it means that in fact you can start immediately. And we've got plenty of spares of the discs and plenty of spares of the ribbons. So yeah, let's just see if we can get it to run with the door open. Okay, so it's downloading the image and yeah, putting it into the writer. There's the bottleneck for us with the slow CD writer, but you can get them a heck of a lot faster than these nowadays. This is quite an old one. I've set the batch to do 4, so that you can see how it uses its time efficiently, writing the disc and printing the label of the previous one. So we'll just watch it run. Of course, normally you wouldn't be watching it, you would just be letting it go about its business. That's the whole point of having this robot. Okay, so we'll have a look at the software now, and yeah, sorry that it's not great. I've just got the webcam pointing at the monitor. This is Quick Disk, and what we have here is the tracks that have been built up, and here this gives us the location of the where the label is that has been created in the disk label software, and this gives us an estimation as to how much space is left on the CD. We could put more tracks on it.
to actually get it started, we submit it as a project. And so once we're happy with our label and our files, if we click submit, we can set the number of copies, and if we click OK, then it sends it to this window here, and the production system, it messages the production system, and the production system then sends it to the robot, and everything just starts. This is the production server. You can see down here it's it knows how many discs are in all the bins. Okay, and here we would get, if we submitted this job from QuickDisk, it would appear here, and then it would tell us everything that it's doing. This is running in attended mode, but obviously if you were going to leave it running, you'd leave it in unattended, and you could then go off and it would email you if there was a problem. So you would be able to pop back, solve the problem, and leave it to continue running. Here is the link to CD Designer. And yeah, you import your picture, and you put it on there and make your adjustments and everything, you know, as you'd expect. It's easy to do is that. So that's basically it. You have to start the robot printer first before you switch the computer on, before you boot up the computer. And that's just one of the strange things of this system. The robot has to be running, and then you can boot up the computer, and it will if you leave it, it will gradually launch the production server and set everything up. It will count all the discs in the bin, everything will be ready, and then if there are any jobs that are to be done, it will just start doing them. Otherwise, you will launch your QuickDisk and create your job, and off it goes. It's quite quick once it gets going. Once it's downloaded the image, it's using a FireWire to transfer the image data to the CD. So it's as fast as it can be. Really, it's held up at the moment by the slow speed of the CD writer, but it's fine if you're leaving it. Once it's running, it doesn't really matter. It just gets on with it, and you don't notice the speed. Okay, so we'll have a look at the cables. There's the power cable down here. Sorry, it's dark, but anyway, it's just an ordinary power cable, and the switch at the bottom. And yeah, this has got to be started at first before you start the server. Here we have the FireWire and the COM1 cable coming from the server, and this cable connects up to the printer. The printer is on the top here, and this is a USB cable. Here we have I don't know, let me just turn up the exposure a bit. Yeah, you can see that dial there. It's a tiny little switch just here, and that is set to position 1 to use the robot. If you want to use the printer just on its own, then you can set it to 0. Okay, so if you set it to, so switch it off, set it to 0, boot it up, and then it'll be just using the printer manually. I have the CD designer software suite, and the installation. I can't even see it, the gain's too high. But the install disk for the printer, and the CD designer software suite. But the software, the production software, is all on the server, and so you're going to need to make sure that it's backed up well, because I don't have the install disks for the production software. However, it is a very reliable piece of kit. It's the PowerEdge 700, so hopefully you shouldn't have any problems. But yeah, make sure you try and image it, and so that if there is any problem, you've got the software to go. Right. Okay. So I'm going to open up the printer now, and this you press these two buttons down together, and then pull back. So press down, and then it just the lid just drops back. You have all the turn again down a touch. You have all the instructions to tell you how to change the ribbons. We've got plenty of ribbons. So at any rate, it's these switches here and here and here, and this just slides out, and you can see we've got. You can see there we've got a bit of the color ribbon. I don't know how many discs it's got left on it. I don't know, maybe 30 or 50. I'm not sure. But at any rate, there. So that goes in, and then the switch goes down. That you can take that out completely. And this one, it has a switch here and a switch here, and this is quite stiff, so you've got to kind of push it back, and there. So it's fairly stiff. Is this switch? Just turn the gain up a touch. Maybe a bit brighter. Yeah. Okay, so that's over here, and then there's a pull handle here, and hang on a second, and that's got to be out there. And this is the retransfer ribbon. I think this is the one that seals it all over, and it's 1000 transfer, and it looks as though half is used when we look at this size of this ribbon and this ribbon. So there's probably 500 on there, and we have another 1000 ribbon, so that's 1500 discs these can do, and I think we've got 4 color ribbons, so you should be able to get your money back off this kit very easily. Anyway, it tells you how to change the ribbons there, and so that goes back in. Slot this down. This got to be all the way there, and then this like that. Okay. If any of these aren't in the correct position, then you'll get a flashing light on the middle of the switch at the front of the printer. Okay, so that's fine. Okay, I'm going to pop that. It's now checking the height of the CD writer, and now it's checking the height of the thermal printer. It wouldn't do this if the door was open, but I've put this in to trick it. It's now going to count how many CDs are in the bins. So it's been started first, and then the server has been started, and then the production system, it loads itself. If you leave it, it'll just load, and then as soon as it's loaded, it will then go through this setup procedure.
and that's it. It knows everything that it needs to know about the system, and we're ready to go. Okay, so it's downloading the image and yeah, putting it into the writer. There's the bottleneck for us with the slow CD writer, but you can get them a heck of a lot faster than these nowadays. This is quite an old one. I've set the batch to do 4, so that you can see how it uses its time efficiently, writing the disc and printing the label of the previous one. So we'll just watch it run. Of course, normally you wouldn't be watching it, you would just be letting it go about its business. That's the whole point of having this robot.